Alright, Capricorn, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your October 2022 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, of course, what we have in front of us, hit the Cult Crossbread as always, and also pulled the 4 agreements, Wisdom, the Oracle, and Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your folks should be as far as that goes. Alright, so we have Neptune, and Neptune is actually in Pisces, which is your third house of communication. It's been there for quite some time. We have Aries, and for you guys, Aries is your fourth house of home, family, your roots, and there will be a full moon in Aries around the 10th of October, I believe. And we have 8, so 8th house, for you guys, that's actually Leo energy, and astrologically speaking, not really anything going on there, but could just be a focus on an area for you guys as well. And the 8th house in general points to depth, rebirth, intimacy, investments. So keep those in mind as we go through the main spread. All right, and the main situation position, we got a few cards that came up. We have Death, 3 of Swords, the Devil, which is actually the major arcana card for your sign, and the 5 of Pentacles. And then challenging all that, we actually have the 4 of Wands, Aries energy, and the Page of Swords. So a whole lot of cards here, but primarily what I'm seeing this as, I feel like this is saying that the situation that you might have put a lot of work into might have led to a disappointment, right? Where maybe the payoff wasn't exactly what you were hoping for. Now, for some of you, that could actually be a career-related thing, given that Libra energy represents your house of career and social status, and then, of course, you guys naturally rule the 10th house too. So yeah, for some of you, it could definitely be a career thing, right? Where maybe you put a lot of work into something, the project comes to an end, and then you find out that, okay, the payoff wasn't nearly what you were hoping for. For others of you, it can be around a romantic connection as well. But I feel like with these 2 cards in the challenge position, it could just be saying that the biggest issue there was maybe there was a lack of clear communication around what the goal was. So that could be what's at play there. And of course, given that we're still dealing with Mercury retrograde energy, it would make sense in that regard to see that type of energy come up. But yeah, that was definitely a lot of cards. In the foundation position, we have the Magician. So the good thing there is I feel like this is saying you guys have all the tools at your disposal to help clean this situation up, right? So whatever it was, like I said, whether it was work, personal relationship, family, friends, you name it, looks like you do have the power to actually get things back on course this month. All right. In the past position, we have the 5 of Wands. So this is Leo energy here, and it could just be saying that maybe that was the problem, right? Where people had competing goals, right? So there wasn't really a lot of working together around the situation. Everyone just came in with their goal in mind and started going toward it. And obviously, if they weren't all on the same page, then you could come into some difficulties there. All right, present position, we have the 10 of Cups, Pisces energy, and the World. So the World usually represents successful completions karmically. I usually view this as a bit of a Saturn energy and North Node energy as well. But seeing that come up with the 10 of Cups could just be saying, especially given for you guys, the fact that Pisces is your third house communication, could just be saying that that could be the key, right? So like I said, it looks like the main issue that's going on with the spread, it looks like the main thing was that there was a lack of clear communication around the goal. So it could just be saying in that regard, that could be the key to actually getting you the successful completion that you're hoping for, is to actually state what the vision is, right? Hey, these are my expectations, right? Or this is the goal I'm working for. And then that could help clear things up in that regard. All right, in the near future position, we have the 9 of Pentacles. So this is Virgo energy here, and for you guys, that's your 9th house. So it could just be saying that you're seeing things from a higher perspective around the situation now, right? So maybe whatever it was, you might have learned a little bit from it. Of course, the Mercury retrogrades technically is going to end in Virgo, even though it started in Libra, so it could just be pointing to that, right? When the Mercury retrograde cycle finally wraps up, you guys might see the situation a bit more clearly and know what it was meant to teach you in that regard. And for some of you, now if this is around a romantic relationship thing, right, could just be saying that right now you're still in that single position because, again, it looks like there could be a little bit of a lack of communication around the desire to build something more stable. All right, position of your influence in a situation, we have the Nine of Cups. So yeah, to me this says that deep down you do know what you do want, right? But again, it could just be that there could be a lack of communicating around what that is. So, if we look at their facial expression there, we see the body language, right, with the arms crossed and a bit of a smug look on their face. So it's like, again, especially given that for you guys, Pisces is your third house communication, and we did see Neptune come up in your dice as well. Could just be one of those things where it's like, there seems to be a bit of a communication gap, right, around what's wanted and what people are aware of regarding those wants and needs. All right, in the environment position, we have the Hierophant, Taurus energy, and the Lovers, Gemini energy. So yeah, again, whether this is around a work project or a romantic connection, those seem to be the two primary things that this could be pointing to. I feel like this is saying that the environment's there for something stable to be built, for something long-lasting to be built, right? But again, there could just be a need for some communication around it. And having a little bit of trust that the communication would work out in your favor too, right? So that could be a little bit of reluctance around the communication, like, oh yeah, if I express what it is, it's not going to go my way, right? Could be a bit of a fear around that could be holding you back a little bit. And if this is someone that you're dealing with as well, right, could just be saying that they're fully open to building something stable there as well. So that's another way to look at that. All right, in the hopes or fears position, we have the Four of Swords. So yeah, this could be a little bit of hope of healing around the situation. Now, again, this is a Libra energy, so it's interesting because Libra is the natural ruler of the relationship house. But for you guys, it's also your 10th house of career and social status. So again, I see that mix, right? Where for some of you could totally be a romantic connection thing, some of you could be a career related thing. But either way, looks like there's a desire for some healing around the situation. And in the outcome position, we have the Six of Cups. So usually this is energy that points to reconciliation. This is also a Scorpio energy too, so it could be pointing to that timeline, right? As we get to the end of October, Scorpio season starts, and then through November, of course. But yeah, could just be pointing to that, right? That whatever this is, the bumps along the way, right? Reevaluating things. Like I said, this definitely does have a bit of a retrograde feel to it too, right? Where there's miscommunication, so things don't plan out the way you were expecting. You reevaluate it as the dust settles, and then you have an opportunity to correct the situation. So that's really what this looks like for the most part. Like I said, for some it could be career, others it could be romantic connections. Those are really the two primary things I'm seeing there. It doesn't necessarily come across like it'd be friendships or family connections. It seems more romantic or career. All right, and on the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Cups. So this is the core card energy for Pisces, and this could just represent, again, coming forward and communicating, right, what your desires are around the situation. And beneath that, we see the Six of Wands. So that's another indicator that could be successful for you guys this month, too. So hopefully that resonated. And next, we'll see what you got from your Four Agreements card. All right, you guys have always do your best. There's the artwork, and it says, do your best because you want to. Okay, it says you do your best when you are enjoying the action or doing it in a way that will not have negative repercussions for you. You do your best because you want to do it, not because you have to do it, not because you are trying to please the judge, and not because you are trying to please other people. So, definitely a pretty positive message there too. And maybe that even, especially for those of you, this is related to career, right? Where I was saying, looks like you guys might have put a lot of work into something, and the payoff wasn't necessarily what you were expecting or hoping for, right? So in that regard, hopefully that message resonates with you. Right, moving on to your Wisdom and Oracle card, we have exchanging gifts. There's the artwork, and the number is 27. So let's see what that has to say. Virgo actually got this card this month as well. Their reading was completely different other than that, but Just figured I'd mention that in case you're dealing with a Virgo. I have a Virgo place in the air chart too. Alright, essential meaning says the law of giving and receiving, currency, trade-offs, weighing cost, and determining value. The Oracle's message: you're entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them. Yet in order to honor them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. You have what it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must engage in a dance of give and take, push and pull, doing and being. If you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. This is not a time of just do, do, do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value others bring to your life. So yeah, that'd be a pretty positive message there, and reading that made me think of what we were talking about with the Magician card in the Foundation, which to me says you have all the tools at your disposal to actually get something going in the direction that you want it to this month. Alright, the relationship message says love is an exchange of life force energy between two beings. It grows exponentially when it's reciprocated. You must give and receive in order for love to flourish and abundance to flow between you. Spirit wants you to start accepting all the blessings waiting for you, as well as offer the same gift in return. Open your heart and allow it to be filled. Let love in and let it flow out of you, too. Love is truly yours today. So yeah, like I said, for some of you, this definitely looks like it would be a romantic connection situation, and we talked about the energies there, so hopefully it resonated with you. And the prosperity message says, all your hard work and efforts, your commitment to learning, creating, and spending your time wisely pays off in ways you may not have been anticipating. The gifts of yourself, your time, your ideas, and the energy of your intentions are being reciprocated by the universe, which is sending you signs and signals, aligning synchronistic meetings and opportunities to bring you success and more. Everything is an exchange. Keep doing what you're doing. Goodwill comes back tenfold. So yeah, definitely a pretty positive message there too, right? Especially even if you do go through some kind of an initial disappointment in that regard, to relate what that message was saying, that could even be what that Six of Cups is pointing to there too, right? Where maybe you receive some kind of reward that you weren't necessarily expecting. So hopefully that resonated. All right, and lastly, we have a Mudra for you guys. So this is your Mudra here. It's the Padma Mudra, and the keyword for it is blossoming. Okay, and let's see if we can get everything in the frame. Yeah, there we go. So if you want to pause it or take a screenshot to read what it has to say, you can. But under benefits, it says weakens ego grasping, opens Anahata chakra, settles the mind, benefits the heart and pericardium, balances the immune system, awakens the body's self-healing power, ignites spiritual devotion. So if that sounds like a Mudra you think would be beneficial for you guys, we'll put the name in the description video as always. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.